Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thanks for visiting my channel. This vlog is about 10 white supremacist gangs. White supremacist gangs are nothing new. They offer protection and unity against perceived danger and appeal to people who feel under threat from change. These gangs rely on racist rhetoric and a false sense of security to recruit new members. Once they cross into criminal enterprises, they ignore their ideology in favor of money. The only color that really matters is green. So family, let's get started with number 10, starting with the Order. So family, the Order is the most dangerous domestic terrorist organization in the past 30 years. Their goal, overthrow the U.S. government and make the nation 100% white. Between 1983 and 1984, they got into counterfeiting and armed robbery to fund their mission. In July 1984, they had their most successful heist, stealing $3.6 million from an armored car in California. They also murdered talk show host Alan Berg and any member they thought might rat. Founded in 1983 by Robert J. Matthews, the Order only amassed 20 members, but their story has become legendary to white supremacists. They're seen as having been willing to do what others only talk about. Their legacy has inspired countless acts of violence and even copycat organizations like the St. Louis-based New Order. The Order is now defunct, but they continue to influence white supremacy through their reputation, and propaganda. Moving on to number 9, we have the Black Legion. Family, check out these clowns. They're dressed in black Halloween costumes with skulls over their heads and just looking like total buffoons, looking just dumb as ever. And one appears to be holding his Bible, you know, the Christian Bible that I won't say much about that. I'll leave that alone. But speaking about the Black Legion, let's talk about that. The Black Legion was a secret society that terrorized Detroit in the 1930s. They perpetrated violence against African Americans, Jews, Catholics, welfare workers, and labor organizers. Founded in the mid-1920s as a security force for the Ohio Ku Klux Klan, they operated under a paramilitary structure with 5 brigades, 16 regiments, 64 battalions, and 256 companies. At its peak, the Black Legion had 30,000 members, with 1/3 living in the Detroit area. The membership was mostly composed of lower-class Southern whites who migrated to Detroit in search of work. They were confused and angry, feeling that foreigners and black people were taking jobs that were rightfully theirs. The Black Legion is believed to have committed 50 murders in Detroit alone. The organization fell apart in 1936 when a gunman named Dayton Dean broke ranks. He and 10 others were convicted in the murder of labor leader Charles Poole. The romantic air evaporated and the organization disappeared. So family, I just want to bring up a point. When I read this, I was kind of surprised. Not really surprised, but to hear that they make, at one point in time, they had 30,000 members with 1/3 living in the Detroit area. Well, that's quite a few members in that area. And when we talk about Chicago and Detroit and the crime, the black on black crime, I've always maintained that I don't believe it's all black on black, and I think most black people probably believe that same viewpoint, is that it's not all black on black as the media and the propaganda has tried to make it out to be. I believe that it has a lot to do with these hate groups coming into our areas, causing these type of things, dressed in black, making it appear that it's black on black, and then no justice is found for the victims of these murders. So the police are also being paid a salary for basically not doing their job. Their job is not to kill black people. Their job is to find the murderers and criminals who do that. And so as I sit here and read these 10 hate groups to you guys, my only thought is, where is the police and where are the government? Where's the government to come in and the white leaders? As a matter of fact, since you always blame black leaders on things, where are the white leaders of the communities to come out and clean this crap up? Where are they at? Where are the white leaders to clean up this crap? Inquiring minds want to know. So moving on. And family, at number 8, we have the Linwood Vikings. So family, in 1991, a federal judge described the Linwood Vikings, a clique of Los Angeles Sheriff Department deputies, as a, quote, neo-Nazi white supremacist gang, unquote, when he awarded a $9 million settlement for racially motivated violence. In a 2016 corruption probe, former Undersheriff Paul Tanaka, pictured here, came under scrutiny for his involvement in the gang. Tanaka, who is Asian, claimed there was nothing inherently racist about the organization. He still sports the Viking tattoo. Deputy gangs are nothing new to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. In 1971, the Little Devils emerged out of the East Los Angeles Station. Recently, crews like the Grim Reapers of Lenox Station or the Regulators of Century Station have appeared. The sheriff's gang unit, known as the, quote, Jump Out Boys, have come under scrutiny for their tattoos. A red-eyed skull with a bony hand over a revolver. Smoke is added over the barrel once a deputy has shot someone in the line of duty. So family, when I read this, the thing that stood out to me was, no wonder where the Crips and the Blood got their ideas from. We always claimed that it was from Hollywood's violent movies and such. But honestly, I'm starting to wonder if they really got their ideas from white supremacy. Where else do we get our behaviors from? As a matter of fact, coming from Africa, we come from our fatherland. When you read our past history, you find out that a lot of things that we experience around white people, we did not experience before. So that's a telling point to me, especially when you know and understand history. We have a very, very rich history, a history that they will not tell you about. But seek and ye shall find. But staying on point, when I read this about the Linwood Vikings out of Los Angeles and going all the way back to 1971, and honestly, we can say, because in my previous one, I was in the Detroit one, I was telling you guys that it went back as far as the 1920s. So honestly, gangs have always been around in America. We've always had gangs. So, and right now, we have a lot of race soldiers who is a whole nother gang out here killing black people. So, but I digress. Back to the story. And family, coming in at number 7, we have the Keystone United. Founded in 2001. In 2001 in Pennsylvania, Keystone United is one of the most notorious white supremacist gangs in the eastern U.S. In 2009, they changed their name from the Keystone State Skinheads and rebranded themselves away from the stereotype of alcoholic thugs and violent drug addicts, even though that's probably what they still are, alcoholic thugs and violent drug addicts. They even hold picnics and other family-friendly affairs. However, their habit of racially motivated violence and murder contradicts their presented image. Recently, a chapter leader was charged with criminal solicitation to commit homicide. Keystone United have become strong supporters of Donald Trump. Go figure. Their signature tattoos of a white pit bull were a common sight at Trump's campaign rallies in Pennsylvania. Well, no one would know that better than those two coon twins, rhinestone and polyester. Diamond and silk. Anyways, Pennsylvania has a long history of white supremacy and its own brand of, quote, Rust Belt racism. It first appeared during the Great Migration when Southern African Americans came north looking for work. Many chose to intimidate the new arrivals rather than compete. And that's an issue with white people today. They want to try to intimidate and do all of those things rather than compete. Because they know if they have to compete against a black person, we have to be 2 to 3 times better than them. Thus, we end up winning out. And they know this. So they put up all kinds of other obstacles in the way. Because they can never compete fairly with a black man and a black woman. Never could they do that. That's why they have a system in place. Because they can never compete fairly. Back to their supposed superiority that they don't have. But I digress. Let's get back to this article. Coming in at number 6, we have the 211 crew. The 211 crew emerged in the Colorado prison system. It started as a protective society for white inmates. Racism was the main recruiting tool, but ideology took a backseat to crime. Their empire soon spread out onto the streets. Some claim that their name represents the police code for burglary, 211. Others believe it is a numeric code for BAA, or Brotherhood of Aryan Alliance. They are known for their signature tattoo, 3 interlocking arms forming a triangle. In the center of the triangle, 2 fists clutch lightning bolts. Well, family, as I've stated before, Europeans are not good at hiding the truth. And there's nothing new under the sun. So they're not original at all. I thought it was interesting how the article says that it's 3 interlocking arms forming a triangle. In fact, they just copied the African pyramid. That's all. That's all this is. It's a pyramid. And Europeans are not creative enough to come up with something on their own. So the 211 crew is known for targeting law enforcement. In 2013, a member fresh out of prison, Evan Ebel, is believed to have stalked and murdered Colorado prison chief Tom Clements. Ebel died 2 days later in a police shootout in Texas. In 2016, member James Guoli received a 28-year sentence for the attempted murder of a Colorado Springs cop. So family, again, we are hearing how white people have targeted police, killed police, and their constant target is the police. Unlike the false narrative of Black Lives Matter being a terrorist group and all this and that. We have nothing, there's no comparison whatsoever to the Black Lives Matter compared to any of these groups here. I just want to throw that out there while we're on the 211 crew. So moving on to number 5. Coming in at number 5 are the Three Stooges, otherwise known as the Aryan Circle. The Aryan Circle emerged out of a Texas prison system in the mid-1980s. It now has roughly 1,400 members distributed through Texas prisons, federal prisons, out-of-state prisons, and on the street. They operate under a paramilitary structure. One unique aspect of the gang is that women can become full-fledged members. Most members come from lower socioeconomic circles and use their gang activity to supplement paychecks from blue-collar jobs, particularly in the Texas oil industry. So you have racist degenerates working throughout the Texas oil industry. How nice. They get compensated for their hatred. Great. So Texas places all known Aryan Circle members in high security one-man isolation cells for the duration of their sentence. The gang is gaining notoriety by being featured on most wanted billboards and TV ads throughout the state. The Aryan Circle has had tumultuous, periodically violent relationships with other white supremacist gangs. So none of these white supremacist gangs really are getting along. They also suffer from a drug problem. The gang deals in meth, and many members are addicts. Of course. What's new? These people are straight losers. Let's go to number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have the European Kindred. And family, if you've been following my videos, you know I've done a vlog on European Kindred before. As a matter of fact, I spoke about this guy here, pictured here. His name is Bitch. He has his name tattooed on his arm. I'm guessing he likes, he's probably, no, I'm not even going to get into that. But anyways, this loser here is part of this group, European Kindred. The European Kindred are the most feared white supremacist gang in the U.S. Pacific Northwest. Founded by David Kelly in 1998, the organization soon grew beyond the Snake River Correctional Institution and spread to all 4 medium security prisons in Oregon. In 2001, the European Kindred began expanding into a Portland street gang. Members are now found in Arizona, California, Colorado, and New Mexico. Even the gang's founder admits that it has grown out of control. The street gang-based members are so drug addicted that politics and ideology become an afterthought. Yeah, that's great. That's good news. Top members run the gang from tables in prisons and a series of clubhouses on the outside. In 2001, the European Kindred came to the public's attention when a 21-year-old member murdered a black man in a Portland housing project. Since then, the European Kindred have had their hands full with meth distribution, dog fighting, you know what they vilified Michael Vick on, but yet here they are doing dog fighting, home invasions, identity theft, rape, of course, these are degenerates, and murder. And number 3, we have the Volks Front. These degenerates, this was founded in 1994 by Randall Lee Krager. Volks Front quickly spread out of the Oregon prison system and across state and international lines. Chapters opened across the United States, Canada, Europe, and Australia. They are known for their deep racial hatred and anti-Semitism, which they back up with violence. One of their goals is to establish autonomous white-only zones. They have made inroads with land acquisitions in Oregon. Volks Front is only a key player in the hate music scene. They organize festivals as recruiting tools and to establish group solidarity. Infighting and violence have taken their toll on Volks Front. In the 2012 massacre of Sikh temple by Volks Front affiliates caused irreparable damage. Krager has abandoned the group. Infighting among his successors have severely damaged the group's integrity and cohesion. Mike Lawrence, their East Coast leader, publicly distanced himself from Volks Front, claiming, quote, "The movement will forever be plagued with a collection of pedophiles, sociopaths, misfits, and retards." Let me read that last part again. The Mike Lawrence, their East Coast leader, publicly distanced himself from Volks Front, claiming the movement will forever be plagued with a collection of pedophiles, sociopaths, misfits, and retards. These creatures fit that description. Number 2, we have the Hammerskins. Emerging out of Dallas in 1989, excuse me, the Hammerskins set out to unify hate groups. Their goal was to establish themselves as a modern, embedded revolutionary force in the United States. In the divided states. Their reach now stretches far beyond Texas and into Europe. The Hammerskins have proven extremely effective at recruiting young members. A key strategy to this is their official publication, Hammerskin Nation, and their white power rock concerts. So you see, white folks, you guys even have white power rock concerts. So when you claim that, oh, black people, you guys have this and that just for black folks, just know that you're freaking lying. You're not telling the whole truth. You're not seeing what you guys do. And so I'm putting it out there for you so that you can see it for yourself. You can hear it for yourself. Yeah, so you guys have a key strategy to this is their official publication, Hammerskin Nation, and their white power rock concerts. So you guys have concerts, festivals, all kinds of recruiting methods to recruit people into your hate. So the Hammerskins are one of the most violent white supremacist crews in the world. Wade Michael Page, who attacked a Wisconsin Sikh temple in 2012, was a patched member of the organization. He killed 6 and wounded 3 before killing himself in a shootout. With who? With the police. All white supremacist groups have problems reining in their soldiers, but the Hammerskins might have cracked the code. They're not only still active, but they appear to be growing. And family, coming in at number 1, we have Blood and Honor, if that's what they call themselves. Founded in 1987 by Screwdriver singer Ian Stewart, Blood and Honor emerged from England's skinhead music scene. Stewart grew tired of the far-right National Front, claiming that they were becoming racially tolerant and exploiting skinhead music for their own ends. Along with band members from Brutal Attack, Sudden Impact, No Remorse, and Squadron, Stewart laid out the groundwork for a new white supremacist group. The group took their name from a Hitler Youth slogan. Their logo contains the words Blood and Honor, along with a triskelion, which resembles a 3-pronged swastika. After Stewart's death in a car accident in 1993, Blood and Honor began to fracture. One faction remained loyal to propaganda through music. The other promoted terrorism and assassinations. Both claimed to be true inheritors of Stewart's message. Blood and Honor now serves as an umbrella organization for a constantly shifting group of white supremacist gang alliances. So family, with that said, these degenerates and these groups, some of them still existing, some of them still recruiting for their hate to spread across the United States, understand that these are the people responsible for making our country really effed up. These are the people responsible for bringing down our country. These are the people responsible for not making our country so great. It is these people and it's these type of groups. I did a video here now covering almost 25 minutes of 10 hate groups, all white. Note that. Family, thanks a lot for your support. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Peace and love to you and yours. Until next time, this is Guru. I'm out.